Muthalik ji, what exactly are you planning to do with this early morning temple aarti, and why have you done this? Can you tell us? We've seen it happen in Maharashtra. अब ये कर्नाटका में भी आपने शुरू किया है, क्यों?
6 महीने से जो मस्जिद पर अजान होता है उसके खिलाफ, आवाज के खिलाफ हमने कंप्लेंट किया, मेमोरेंडम दिया, तहसीलदार और साउंड पोल्यूशन ऑफिसर और डीसी को, लेकिन इन्होंने कुछ नहीं किया, कोई एक्शन नहीं लिया। अभी सुप्रीम कोर्ट का उल्लंघन हो रहा है। सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने क्लियरली कहा है रात 10 बजे से सुबह 6 बजे कोई साउंड, कोई ये साउंड नहीं लगाना, ऐसा ये सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कहा है। लेकिन अजान सुबह 5 बजे ही वो करते हैं, तो 5 बजे ये तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट का उल्लंघन है, ऑर्डर का उल्लंघन है। तो इसके खिलाफ, और नमाज जो और जो अजान जो करते हैं 4 बजे, चार बार, उसका भी साउंड पोल्यूशन हो रहा है। तो इसके बारे में खिलाफ हमने आंदोलन छेड़ा है। आज सुबह कर्नाटक स्टेट में लगभग 1000 से ज्यादा मंदिरों पर हमने माइक लगाकर हनुमान चालीसा, ओंकार, भजन और भक्ति गीत लगाए थे। मैंने कर्नाटक के मैसूर में मैंने ही अटेंड किया। सुबह 5 बजे एक मंदिर में हमने भजन करके एक प्रतिबंध अपोज किया कि सरकार ने एक्शन लेना चाहिए, और मुसलमान जो समाज है उनको भी हमने कहा है कि आप सुप्रीम कोर्ट का ऑर्डर उल्लंघन कर रहे हैं, पालन करना चाहिए, ऐसा उनको भी कहा है।
Aishwarya, you've just heard, Pramod Muthalik. I don't know if you want to engage directly with him or you want to take on what he and his outfit have said. But what would you say to this? The fact is, we've seen loudspeaker politics play out in another state, Maharashtra, and now it's come into, Karnataka. The Chief Minister of Karnataka has also sort of waded into this entire controversy. With elections coming up in less than a year, Aishwarya, this is the kind of issue that will, gain traction.
Good evening, Chief, if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
So I think first and foremost, the status quo as it stands is that there's a Supreme Court judgment that talks about decibel levels, not only for mosques, but all places of worship and places that do play music or any sort of noise beyond a certain limit, right? And as of now, every state government, including my own, they're supposed to obviously ensure that it is implemented. When the first time the Azaan row came up, the government issued notices not only to mosques, but also other religious places of worship and other places as well, including temples, and that is well established. It was also spoken about on your show, and I was on it during then. So the solution now for Mr. Muthalik seems to be one, that at 5 in the morning, while somebody else is playing Azaan, that he also violates the Supreme Court order and blares music, much to the discomfort of everybody around him. One, that's a great precedent to set, sir. And second is, I must appreciate him for obviously raking up and pulling up the ineffective Bommai government in not being able to implement what is the Supreme Court order. But the larger fallout from this is that this us versus them, or religion versus religion, and the manner in which you speak about how a community, the manner in which that they're going about with nothing being done and trying to use that for your communal gains is extremely unfortunate. This is a situation of the Bommai government being unable or unwilling to implement the law for their own benefit, because they would like to play this out, because the communal agenda is all that they have for 2023. And Mr. Muthalik, unfortunately, is one of the pawns of that idea and will continue to do so, while even though the government will not stick up for him or protect any of these so-called interests that he and his fringe group has. Shiv. to
Okay,
be very
interesting. No, you've made a couple of very interesting points, Aishwarya. You know, one, you've said that, that Pramod Muthalik and you are on the same page in terms of calling out the Bombay government's ineffectiveness on the Supreme Court order. But the short point you're saying is that this is not about legalities, it's not about compliance with the law, it's about communal polarization.